Welcome back, everyone. Today we're continuing our journey. I want to talk about something in relation to manifestation and how a game of backgammon revealed to me the laws of manifestation. And you may question this, but hear me out. Because here's the thing. When something is a law, it applies everywhere in our life. We've got to remember that. It's not that it applies somewhere and then it doesn't apply anywhere else. And because we as human beings operate and function within these universes, at least as a manifestation in them, we operate and function according to the same laws. And so a few days back, I visited my brother-in-law and my sister, and he doesn't have anyone play backgammon with him. So we sat down hours on end. And at times, things get a bit excited and all that sort of thing, very competitive over a game of backgammon. And during the game, something funny happened. I started thinking about, hang on, because there were times I was winning and there were times I was losing and losing badly. And there were times where my brother-in-law, he seemed to bring any number on the dice he wanted, and I couldn't bring any number that I wanted to help me save my life. Okay. However, what has this got to do with manifestation? And this is another thing why it is important to live consciously and self-consciously throughout our day. Because that's when we start realizing what's happening within us and how and why what is happening within us expresses itself in the outside world as manifestations as we go. And I remember beginning the game not feeling very confident, not really into it. And I started losing badly. And the more upset I became, maybe not upset, but the more frustrated I became, the more I lost badly. And I thought to myself, no, hang on a minute. Let's try something here. And so I changed my perspective. And when I say my perspective, I mean my emotional perspective, my emotional condition. I change feelings, I change frequencies. And so I changed to a frequency of silent confidence. And within a few minutes, guess what happened? I started bringing the dice I wanted, and I started winning. Now, here's what happened. I got a bit cocky. Maybe a little bit of arrogance as well. Because I was going so well. Guess what happened then? No matter how good in the position I was in the beginning of the game, no matter how good I was, I managed to lose them. I lost the game. Okay? You know, when you don't want to bring a number on the dice, and you bring it repeatedly, not once, but repeatedly. That is what was going on. And then on other occasions, there was only one specific number I wanted on the dice. I couldn't bring it. And I wanted it and I couldn't bring it. And the moment my brother-in-law covered that, so in essence, there was no need for it, guess what happened? I brought it twice in a row. Now, I understand, I think this is a fun way of understanding the importance of our thoughts, our emotions, and our elementals when we want to manifest something. It is of the utmost importance that we maintain an emotional state of peace, silent confidence, and love. Paramount, because everything begins with that, the emotional state. A lot of people don't mention that. They all go to the visualization process. However, if the emotional state isn't correct, I can tell you now, it's not going to happen. Our emotional state needs to be correct to begin with. And it is a simple thing of being in a state of love, peace, and silent confidence, in a state of positivity, of optimism, if you like. Now, don't confuse positivity and optimism like I did with arrogance and, yeah, I've got you. No, the moment you do that is the moment you lose it, like I did. So that's the emotional. Then we come to our thoughts, and it's the same thing. So you visualize it, but then what happens? Sorry, let me backtrack a bit. A state of fear and stress is the worst thing you can do when you want to manifest something, because you will manifest the exact opposite, because you are in that state of fear and stress, like I did. I was bringing the dice I didn't want 2-3 times in a row. How is that even possible? I mean, I don't know how many combinations there are. I managed to bring the same number 3 times in a row because I was in that state of fear and stress, because I could see what was going on in the game. Right? So we need to get rid of all that. We need to be in that positive emotional state in a constant basis. See what happened with me? When I was in that state, everything was well. When I managed to lose that state, become cocky, arrogant, become fearful, stressed, bang, gone. Now, remember when I said I needed to bring a specific number on the dice? Only one number would do it. And I couldn't. And when my brother-in-law closed it, and I didn't need it anymore, there was no use for it. So what happens? I bring it on the dice, that number, again, twice in a row. This is very, very important when it comes to manifestation, because this is how elementals work. When you visualize something, when you're in that positive emotional state, yep, that's the first step. And then we visualize something with all its senses, everything, we do it right. If we keep it there, I want it, come on, I want it. It's never going to come. We have to release it. And I mean, release it truly, yeah? I mean, release it. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. I know it's hard to do, as it was, it's hard for me. The moment I didn't need it anymore, bang. What is a need? A desire. Yeah, I wanted that number. What is that? A desire. Okay, so you need to free yourself from that desire state. Go back into that positive, optimistic, peaceful, loving emotional state. Because when I was in that state, I was bringing the dice, the number on the dice that I wanted. Okay? So that's the number one. Again, the number two, visualization. So we've done our visualization, then what? We've got to believe it, right? Like, your faith has saved you. What is the meaning of that? Couldn't Christ heal? Why did the patient's, the individual's faith save them? Because faith allows for the manifestation to happen. Because you are blocking it. It is us blocking it. Faith allows for it to manifest and come to us. So optimism, positivity, faith. Yeah, that's the state we have to be in. And once we create it, we have to release it. Now, why? Because every thought and every emotion is an elemental. It's a living conscious thing. There are angels and there are demons. We create either angels or we create either demons, according to the frequency and quality of our thoughts and emotions. Now, when you create these elementals, whatever they are, whatever their quality, their purpose is to manifest. So they will go out and they will manifest whatever they are, or they will create the conditions that will manifest what they are. That's how manifestation works. However, in order for them to do this, we need to let them go. Now, of course, we don't want negative manifestations, and that's where introspection and cleansing of these negative elementals come into place. That's where being in a positive emotional and thought state come into it, because when we are in that state, we create positive, angelic, creative elementals. However, we now need to release them, and that means don't think about them anymore. Let them go. Ignore them. Let them do their work, because the moment you think about it, you're pulling it back. You're not allowing it to go and do what it needs to do. I mean, just like it happened with me, the moment I didn't need it, the moment I didn't want it, which means the moment I wasn't thinking about it, it happened. I'm sure similar things have happened to you. The moment you didn't think about something, or the moment you say, oh, I don't need it anymore, bang. Okay? This is how it works. Now, remember, again, very important when it comes to manifestation. If there are lessons to be learned, and what do I mean by this? If lessons, what are lessons? Lessons are the trigger for us to help us correct, transmute, purify the negative elementals. So as long as we have strong negative elementals, manifestations are going to be repelled. They're not going to happen. That's another reason why it is important to work on ourselves on a daily basis. Okay? With love. So, these are in a nutshell the rules of manifestation that a game of backgammon can teach you. Everywhere you look around in nature, you can discover truth. Anyway, these are the laws. The universe is a place of creation, of manifestation. I think we've said this before. We are in the image and likeness of the divine. What does that mean? Well, one of the things it means is that we are creators. Don't we create every day? Don't we manifest every day? The trick is now to use our divine gifts to manifest for the good of all, not just ourselves. Don't ignore ourselves, but never wish for something that's going to cause harm to others. This is paramount and a very strong warning to all. Because the moment you do this, I can tell you now, it will turn around and bite you multiplied. Never ever use these methods to cause harm. I don't care what the other person has done. I don't care how self-righteous we feel, how justified we feel. Never, never, it is not allowed to use these methods to cause harm to another human being, or to anything or anyone else for that matter. So, my friends, game of backgammon. There's another little element that I would like to discuss in our next video, when we're going to examine the kingdom of heavens and why it belongs to children. What does that mean? Now, like I've said in another video, and forgive me because I forget to talk about it because it just slips my mind. If anyone has any questions, anything they want to discuss when it comes to personal development and spirituality, you can always mention it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to try, if I know, to answer your question, your request. Be good, be positive, have a great day, have a great week, and take care. I'll see you all around.